And we've got a 9-year-old boss. Today we are celebrating National Entrepreneur Week and a book that's really inspiring young girls to become savvy business leaders. Author Brian Weisfeld is here to tell us about why he wrote The Startup Squad. And Kiki is also here with us today to tell us how this book can help inspire other young business owners and tell us about her business, Birthday Bars. It's great to see you guys. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having us.
What a fun way to start off a Friday. I am already so respectful and reverent of you, little miss. You're already a boss. This is a really exciting thing. How excited are you about this?
Really excited.
Really excited? This is a very cool thing you've got going on here, the Startup Squad. Tell us a little bit about it and how it's kind of inspiring a new generation of business leaders.
Certainly. Well, I was inspired by my daughters. I've got 2 girls, and I watched my older daughter when she was 8 try to sell Girl Scout cookies and run a charity bake sale with a lot more enthusiasm than an idea about how to actually get someone to buy a product from her. And even just learning some basic life skills, you know, looking people in the eye and saying good morning to get their attention. And so that, and wanting more empowering influences for my daughters, started a 5-year journey for me to create the Startup Squad, a novel series meant to get girls interested in entrepreneurship, inspire them to open up that first lemonade stand or other business, and just to start to think like an entrepreneur.
That is really special. So what will we find in the book? So I'm reading this, I'm a young person. What's the kind of inspiration that you've tucked in these great stories?
So it's a novel about 4 6th grade girls whose class is going on a field trip to the local amusement park, and they need to run a lemonade stand to raise money for the trip. And the novel itself is very light on the business stuff and much heavier on the friends and families and those sorts of things. But in the back of the book, we have a little nonfiction section where we say, hey, remember when the girls were making a big sign for their lemonade stand? That's actually called marketing. And here's some marketing tips you can use to help your business.
Wow.
And so the idea is that girls will get inspired by reading the story. We'll give them some tips to start that first business and do a better job of it. And then in the very back of the book, we actually have an interview with a girl entrepreneur, and to let girls realize that they can actually grow a big business. It doesn't have to be just a lemonade stand.
Yeah.
And Kiki was one of our contestants. We had 40 girls enter our contest to be featured in our 2nd book, which comes out on May 3rd. This book came out last year. And we're all about promoting girls in entrepreneurship.
That's very cool. And Kiki, that's something that you know all about. Tell us a little bit about your business and what inspired it and how it's going now.
Well, when I was 4 years old, I was diagnosed with a rare form of childhood cancer, and I spent 4 years in the hospital, and on my birthdays, the doctors would make a big deal out of it, and they would bring a big cart full of candy, and we could pick as much candy as we wanted.
I love that. So how did that inspire you? And tell us what we have here.
Well, these are candy bars made out of Belgian white chocolate and a lot of candies.
Oh my gosh, yeah, a lot of candies. Look at these guys. I'm going to try to get the camera to show. So this is great. So you've got chocolate on the bottom and then like a buffet of delicious candies on the top. How fun is that? That is really, really cool. Tell us a little bit about, I'm just going to have to taste test that. That's delicious. Oh, very, very good. Tell us a little bit about some of the way this book can inspire you and others who are just like you who may want to start a business like this.
Well, if other people want to start a business, they should start experimenting and ask friends for help, like what they like, or look back at something that happened in their past.
That's really great advice, especially, and especially if it's something that you love, you'll probably do it really well. How does it feel to be featured with all of these other young ladies who are looking forward towards a business career or a life in business? How does that feel?
Feels good.
Yeah, you feel like you're in pretty good company? I wonder if at home right now there might be some young people watching who are really inspired by you, number one, and think, this might seem like a really good idea, or their parents have noticed that glimmer of entrepreneurship in their children. What can we do to encourage that?
The easiest thing is just get them to open up, even if it's as simple as a lemonade stand. Just get them to go out there and start learning some of these life lessons. Get comfortable with taking a risk. Get comfortable with failure. Even if you're running a lemonade stand, not everyone's going to want to buy your product.
Right.
And how do you recover from that, and how do you get ready to do the next thing? And our whole thing is not that every girl should grow up to be an entrepreneur, but that if they think like an entrepreneur, if they're comfortable with risk and failure, and they see opportunities instead of problems, they're going to be far more successful in life regardless of what they want to do.
That's a really good point. Those life skills are really similar in business and in life, no matter what you do. Speaking of learning things, Kiki, is there something that you have learned from being an entrepreneur that you can carry in life?
Well, I've learned that it's fun to get your siblings involved.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, and sometimes they try to eat all the candy.
You're probably very lucky that I am not in your business partner, because I think I would eat all the profits. These look really delicious. Where can we go to find your delicious birthday bars?
You can go to birthdaybars.etsy.com.
Excellent, and we certainly will. And if we want to learn a little bit more about the Startup Squad, Brian, how can we learn more?
So the startupsquad.com has a lot of information, has all the videos of these amazing girls. We have links to national booksellers, and also I was actually at Book People in Austin downtown signing copies of the books, so there are signed copies of the Startup Squad at Book People.
Awesome, one of our favorite places in all of Austin, Texas. Kiki, congratulations on your wonderful success. I love hearing your story, and I know we'll hear much more from you in the future. And Brian, thank you for this incredible tool and this resource you're giving our young people. We appreciate you being here.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.